Hey guys, how you doing today? Today we're going to go through the NFC East and give them draft grades. We're going to go through every pick and I'm going to tell you how I feel about them. I know some people hate draft grades, but it's a way for me to be able to look back and see how I felt about a player at the time. So that way I can see where I'm right, see where I'm wrong, and I'm hoping that I'm wrong on some of the guys I don't love. Let's get into the New York Giants, who picked at number 3 overall and took Abdul Carter, the edge out of Penn State. I'm going to give that an A. He's a great player. He's the number 2 player in this class, and I think he's going to be basically an immediate impact player in the NFL. There's not a whole lot more to say about that pick. At round 1, pick 25, following a trade up, they got Jackson Dart, the quarterback out of Ole Miss. I want to knock it harder than this because I had a late round 2 grade on him, but I'm going to give it a C plus because I do get moving up for a quarterback. And if you think he can be the guy, you get that dart throw done early and you get the 5th-year option. They didn't give up much. And you look at what was given up the next pick by the Falcons and you go, you know what? That's a major win. At round 3, pick 3, they got Darius Alexander, the interior defensive lineman out of Toledo. I'm going to give that an A minus. Absolutely love that pick. I think he's going to be a fantastic player for him. Now let's take a look at their day 3 picks, and I think they hit it out of the park here too. Cam Scattaboo, round 4, pick 3, the halfback out of Arizona State. That's a good pick for me. It's good value. It almost got stealed, and I think he's going to be able to walk in there and make an impact on this team. He's a completely different back than Tyrone Tracy, and I think they're going to complement each other very well. Round 5, pick 18, they got Marcus Bowe, the tackle out of Purdue. I'm going to give that a steal. I know some people were lower on him. I love Bowe. I had him as like a top 50 player at guard. I do know he needs to add strength, and I know it'll take time, but I see the athleticism. I see the technique that'll make him a really good player. And I think the Giants got themselves a steal here. Round 7, pick 3, they got Thomas Fidone, the tight end out of Nebraska. I'm going to give that good value. I liked him. I definitely thought he wouldn't be as early as some other people in round 4. I think I had like a round 5 grade on him, but getting him in round 7 was pretty good. Round 7, pick 30, Corey Black, the cornerback out of Oklahoma State. I didn't watch him, so I'm going to say that's okay value. Overall, I'm going to give this draft an A. I think the Giants did a really good job. The Jackson Dart pick is definitely what's holding it back from being an A plus. I just have some questions about that. I get why they did it. I understand taking a dart throw. Didn't mean that, but there's a pun for you. I don't love it. I got to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and move on to the next team. The Dallas Cowboys are up next. They picked at number 12 overall. They took Tyler Booker, the guard out of Alabama. I'm going to give that a B minus. It was a little bit earlier than I thought he should go, but I had him at like number 20. And guard's one position I don't love you reaching for, even if it's only by 8 picks. That's rich for me. I got to be honest with you. Round 2, pick 12, they got Donovan Ezeraku, the edge out of Boston College. I'm going to give that a B plus. I didn't have him as highly as some other people, but I still liked Ezeraku, and I think they got good value there. And then Savone Revel Jr., the cornerback out of ECU at round 3, pick 12, A plus, man. What a pick. Absolutely love it. They got such a good value there. I think he's going to be a star for him. I know he has a knee injury, and I know he still needs to develop, but I absolutely love Revel, man. This is a fantastic pick, and I'm a Cowboys hater. I don't love them, but man, they did a really good job there with that pick. And then at round 5, pick 12, they got Jaden Blue, the halfback out of Texas. I'm going to give that good value. I had him as more of a early round 4 pick, so they got a round value on him. That's pretty good. Round 5, pick 16, they got Shamar James, the linebacker out of Florida. That's okay value to me. Round 6, pick 28, a Johnny Cornelius, the tackle out of Oregon. No problem with that pick at all. Round 7, pick 1, Jay Toya, the interior defensive lineman out of UCLA. That one was okay value to me as well. Round 7, pick 23, they got Phil Maffa, the halfback out of Clemson. That one almost got a good value pick for me, but I'm going to leave it at okay. He's very borderline. I had him in round 6. He was taken about a round-ish later than where I had him, but not so much to where I felt good saying they got good value. That's okay value there. And then round 7, pick 31, I didn't watch this guy, Tommy Akingbissote, the IDL out of Maryland. Didn't watch him. I'm going to give him okay value for that. Overall, I think they had a really good draft, and I'm going to give them an A for this draft class. I do think that Tyler Booker almost dropped it to an A minus, but I love this draft. I think they did a good job. I think the Cowboys got better. And then you look, and now you can see they got George Pickens. That just completes the picture for them, and it makes a ton of sense why they did what they did and how they handled it. They didn't need to get a wide receiver because they were able to get Pickens in a trade for like a 3rd round pick. So really good value for the Cowboys. I think they did a fantastic job, and we'll see what they're able to do next year with Dak healthy. Next up is going to be the Washington Commanders. Round 1, pick 29, they took Josh Connerly Jr., the tackle out of Oregon. I'm going to give that a B. Round 2, pick 29, which is good value. Like, that's okay. I don't have an issue with that pick. Round 2, pick 29, they took Trey Amos, the cornerback out of Ole Miss. I thought they got some good value there. I'm going to give that an A. That's it for their day 1 and day 2 picks. Now on to day 3. They only had 3 picks. They had a small class, man. Round 4, pick 26, they took Jalen Lane, the wide receiver out of Virginia Tech. I'm going to give that good value. Round 6, pick 29, they got Kane Medrano, the linebacker out of UCLA. Okay, I don't really have an issue with that. And then at round 7, pick 29, they took a running back I really like, and that's Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt out of Arizona. He had a weird story where he only played one game for Arizona, then the NCAA deemed him ineligible, so he didn't get to finish out the season. I think if he would have, he'd had a much earlier pick slot than this, because I absolutely loved him. I'm going to give that a steal value. The Commanders had a great draft. I'm going to give that an A. I think they did really well with the 5 picks they had, and I do think that was fantastic. And then you look at who they were able to trade for as well, which is why they didn't have some of their picks. And I think they did good. I think the Commanders did a really good job in this class, getting what they could for value. And the last draft class is going to be your Philadelphia Eagles, the Super Bowl champions. They traded up to get Jahad Campbell at round 1, pick 31, the linebacker out of Alabama. Going to give that an A-. Love the value there. I know his shoulder's a question, but he's a really good player. Round 2, pick 32, they took Andrew Makuba, the safety out of Texas. I'm going to say that's a B-. I had him a little bit more towards the middle of the 3rd round, but either way, I do understand making that pick. You weren't going to be able to get him at your next slot. Round 4, pick 9, they took Ty Robinson, the interior defensive lineman out of Nebraska. No issue with that pick. That's okay value. Round 5, pick 7, they took Mac McWilliams, the cornerback out of UCF. That's okay value. I don't have an issue with that. Round 5, pick 25, they took Smile Munden Jr., the linebacker out of Georgia. He has a lot of injury issues, and I don't know why they keep betting on these guys, but in the 5th round, I guess I don't blame them for taking a shot here. That's okay value. Round 5, pick 32, they took Drew Kendall, the guard out of Boston College. No issue with that. I think that's okay value as well. Round 6, pick 5, they took Kyle McCord, the quarterback out of Syracuse. I gave that a steal value. I had McCord as like a borderline day 2 guy. So I really like Kyle McCord. I think they got great value here. Round 6, pick 15, they took Miles Hinton, the tackle out of Michigan. I didn't finish his tape, I'm not going to lie to you, so I gave that okay value. Round 6, pick 31, they took Cam Williams, the tackle out of Texas. That's a steal. I absolutely love that pick for him. He is a developmental player that's going to get all the coaching he needs to be the best he can possibly be by Jeff Stoutland. So if this doesn't work out, I was just wrong on my evaluation on him. Round 6, pick 33, they took Antoine Powell-Ryland, the edge out of Virginia Tech. I gave that good value. I had him more as like a 5th round pick. He's just a DPR, and that's all he'll be in the NFL. Overall, this class is going to get an A- from me. I loved it. I think they did a great job. The Eagles got all the value they could possibly hope for in this class. And I think Howie did what he always does, and he finds value in the class. So what do you guys think of the grades? Drop your comments down below. Let me know how you feel about your team and if I got it right or wrong. I want to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll be back with more of these in the future as we finish up. I think we have 4 more to go after this one. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'm out.